And quite frankly, I'm on their side. The Mexicans say, look, this is part of our treaty. And they're right. So the only thing that they can do is break the treaty, which they've done. I think the figure is, I can't remember. I think it was $54 billion. And that's only the beginning. And that's good. Because that's going to force the United States to put on tariffs. And that's the best thing that ever happened to America. And I'm the only newsletter and writer in the world that says that. The rest of them got their heads stuck in the sand. And I find it appalling. Because they all read my letter. My letter now is the most copied letter in the world, even more than Harry Schultz. Everybody in Washington's got a copy. I don't know how they get it, but they've got it. And they tell me that. I mean, people write and say, hey, this is what's going on. Everybody's copying your letter. Well, it doesn't keep me in business, but it sure warns a lot of people. And that's what this is really all about, is helping people to distinguish who's doing what to them and why. And how they can save their bacon, so to speak. But there is no such thing as free trade because the other guys all cheat. It has to be fair trade, and you only can do that with tariffs, and that's what's coming. The Mexicans are right in what they're doing. Because the United States has abrogated part of the treaty. But the treaty should have never been in the first place. And the average Mexican and the average American would have been better off for it had they not enacted NAFTA. And so we're coming full circle. And Mexico will do all right. Listen, when you have as low a standard of living as most Mexicans do, making $500 or $600 a month, then there's not too much further to go down from there. On the other hand, in the United States, there's a long way to drop. You're making $150,000 a year, and you get laid off. I mean, you'll be lucky to find a job making $50 to $100 a year if you're lucky. Unemployment, stretching for the last 8 years until the end of this year, will be 10 million people lost their jobs. And probably about 7.5 million, maybe 8 million, were due to free trade, globalization, offshoring, outsourcing. So I'm glad Mexico did what they did. Now I hope Canada does it. Russia and China are already doing it. And they're all deliberately lowering the value of their currencies so that their goods will be cheaper in dollars and cheaper for Americans to buy. Problem is, Americans aren't buying very much anymore. I mean, you see the production order figures that we publish, and then the industrial production figures. I mean, it's like Dresden in 1944. You know, in one night they firebombed the city, which had no munitions or anything in it, and they killed about 5 million people. I know the official figures are around 250,000. No, a lot more people than that died. They had hospitals there full of wounded. It was a convalescent center. But that's what we're going to see. That's what we're going to see in business, finance, economic, social, political areas, all over the world. And all these dictators and Oluanists and all these people who have been screwing the country, the public in every country in the world are going to get their comeuppance. It's going to be a tremendous change for you people. And that's why I keep on saying, particularly to the elderly, and the elderly are over 55, 60 years old, whether you like it or not.
Ew.
It doesn't affect you, dear. You're not anywhere near that yet.
I just had a moment.
I won't ask what kind. Anyway.
Can you up that a little bit, 60 to 65?
No. You must reinvent yourself every day. You must eat properly. Get a little exercise. It all depends on how you are genetically as to how much you need. And you've got to spend a lot of time around young people. I lived in Florida for, 8 or 9, 10 years, something like that. People are waiting to die. It's God's waiting room. And they have too much time to think, and they sit around, and they say, gee, I'm not going to be here in 5 or 10 years. That's not fair. If they were doing something, they wouldn't be thinking about that stuff. But people want to retire and do nothing. And it destroys you. You got to keep on working physically and mentally, no matter what. And if you don't use it, you lose it.
And we're
So
going.
if you want to die and you're over 60, don't think, don't work, don't do nothing. You'll be dead soon.
We're going to break. We'll be right back.
6:10, 7:30.
Back. And thank you for joining us this afternoon. You're listening to Financial Survival, sponsored by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. I'm Melody Cedarstrom. And 800-375-4188 for a complimentary issue to the International Forecaster. And Bob, would you like to tell us? I know you've been waiting to tell us about the International Forecaster, and I don't even think I introduced you properly at the beginning of the program, but
well,
Robert Chapman of the International.
All I can say is, so what else is new?
Oh, what do you mean?
I told you got to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
How's that for a backhander?
Yeah. Hey, just tell us about your newsletter, okay?
Yes, master. Okay, the International Forecaster is about business, finance, economics, and social and political issues all over the world. We publish on Wednesday and Saturdays, around 35 pages or so each time. And we have a hard copy that goes out twice a month, and that's for the people who are not on the Internet. If you would like to go to our site and take a look because you are on the net, that address is theinternationalforecaster.com. The International, FORECASTER.com. Or if you'd like to email us and send us a message or ask a question, the email address is bob@intforecaster.com. That's BOB@INTFORECASTER.com.
For a complimentary issue, 800-375-4188. And do not forget about your gold and silver coins here at Discount Gold and Silver Trading, 1-800-375-4188. You get some great prices, great coins, quick shipping. You get the truth about the various coins. And, we were going to talk about confiscation today, but I did forget about, I got to reinvent myself. I did forget about the one law that I wanted to bring up and discuss, so we'll just hold that until Friday. But for all your gold and silver coins, give me a call at 800-375-4188. That's 800-375-4188. And for your gold and silver questions, you can direct them to discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. And one more thing, you can listen to these programs. They're archived on a weekly basis. DiscountGoldandSilverTrading.net, DiscountGoldandSilverTrading.net for your listening pleasure. And but lots of material on the website, so make sure you make it a point and visit the website. Okay.
I have the reports that just came in on the large cap gold and silver shares, and Agnico Eagle had a 7-point swing today. They get down close to $46 and ended the day at $53.41, up 10.72%. Gold Corp was up 10.26%. Mindfinders was up 10.28%. And Silver Standard was up 10.98%. So that $60 swing really showed up in the stocks. And so I thought I'd pass that on to you because a lot of you own them. So go ahead, Melanie.
Did you see the euro? It was at 1.34.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
they're saying that the problems that the euro has in the eurozone may not be as bad as we think it is. What they're doing is, and the Europeans are at odds with them on this. What they're doing is absolute insanity. It can't work, and the Europeans know it.